I mean, at this present time, my grandfather passed away, of course, in February, but my grandmother's there. My parents are there. My wife and I are there, and our children are there. So we have 4 generations in one church. And trying to reach and touch all of these people, trying to create a balance. And so the challenge is more so getting everybody to see that it's the same God. It's a different day. And how the foundation, the word does not change, but how we present it must. And so that's one of the challenges, just the presentation. People see the vision, but the church is so supportive, and I love them and they love me, and it's a challenge, but we're up for the challenge. Biggest joy of being a pastor, I think one of the greatest things I've experienced as a pastor is to see my family with me. Because I think one of the worst things you can do is win the world and everybody else and lose your family. So to have my family engaged in the ministry, that's a joy, number one. And then number two, to have people to let you know that their lives are changing. And that your preaching and your living is not in vain. But lives are being transformed. One of the greatest things that I've ever experienced, I was at a funeral at another church. And after the service, a young lady and her children come up to me and she said, "You're changing lives." And I was like, I didn't know she was. But she went to the church. She said, "I'm telling you," she said, "our lives are changed forevermore through the ministry." And so that is what's rewarding to me. And to see people respond to the altar call. It's not just about who's hollering when you preach or who's waving their hand when you sing, but when you see somebody respond to the word and change their lives, that's all the reward I need. Well, I think one thing that has prepared me, of course, I did some of my college study for business management. And actually, I worked for the Super Value Corporation, which is the parent company of Shoppers and Saving Dollars. I worked as a manager there, so I think that has helped me in pastoring. And one of the preaching, I tell people, I think preaching is really only 10% of what I do. Pastoring is a lot of refereeing, it's a lot of managing.
You said refereeing?
And being a steward. But being able to manage, you have to have a good team. Because, the preaching is major and it's important. And the pastor, and that's why they implemented deacons to help so the apostles could concentrate on the word. So having the right team of people with you to help serve, to manage. So I have a great core of associate pastors and leaders in the church, professional people who can carry out the everyday business of the church, and I can focus on preaching and ministering. And so, but yeah, I do have to be involved, of course, sometimes. And being able to manage that, you have to be intentional. You have to determine. I hope I don't sound mean in saying this, but as a pastor, you have to determine how much time you're going to spend with sickness, death. And so then you have to be prepared for the word, because when people come to church, they need a word for their lives.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so you have to be intentional with your time, and you have to be strategic in how you set your time in your day. So
Speaking of the business side, Bible Way is building a new building.
Yes, this will be actually the 5th building, which is actually, you talked about the highway. Back in the 60s when they wanted to run the highway through the church at Bishop Williams. Of course, not only did he have favor with God, the Bible says Jesus increased with favor in God and man. He knew who to talk to, who to talk to God, but he also had friends that lived and so he used that to stop them from building the highway through the church. And so that's why when you come on 395, you come around Bible Way. It's called the Bible Way Bend. Bible Way Plaza. And so what he did immediately after they ran the highway around the church, he said, well, there's got to be some excess highway land. Immediately he got the land. And that's what we're building on right now. So I think in June or October it will be completed, 223 units of affordable housing. 50 units will be allocated for what we call grand families. That's grandparents taking care of their grandchildren. So that's our 5th building. We have 4 other buildings. The one that they built in the 70s, which is Golden Rule Apartments, which my great grandmother lived in. That building.
The building right behind Bible Way. that senior citizens?
Next to it, yes, that's the senior building. That was built in 2004.
My mother
that's
is
okay. Yeah, that's the senior building. That's Golden Rule Plaza. Mm-hmm. Then the first building is Golden Rule Apartments. Then we have Savannah and Savannah OK. So this will be our fifth building, Plaza West.
Right. I mean, that's just amazing that Bishop Williams had that vision and it's still being carried out by you. I think that's awesome. And congratulations. I mean, as a young pastor and having to manage these big projects, but but your previous job prepared you for this. I mean, God is amazing.
And his daughter, Yvonne, she's just a jewel. She has worked hard to make sure that her father's vision come to pass, and this year his vision will come to pass. Right. So thank God for our housing ministry, which has worked so hard to do what they've done. I mean, the buildings that we built over the last 14 years is incredible.
Right.
It's amazing. Nobody but God can do that.
Nobody but God. Nobody but God. The first time I heard you preach, I said, this man is amazing. And so, talk about your sermon prep. How do you prepare for a sermon? Everybody has a different formula. What's yours?
That's a good question. Normally, God gives me with a thought. He gives me a thought first, and then I try to develop. And I've noticed that after preaching for a while, I guess I've developed a style. I'm a history buff. I love history. And so I think one way for people to really understand the text is to give them historical background. Then you have to make it relevant. And so I ask God to give me not just a word, but a relevant word that will help people in their everyday life. Because after we understand who God is, now we get it dancing and speaking in tongues.
That's right.
We need practical information that's going to help us to live. And so normally what I do, He gives me a thought, and I develop a thought. I give historical background, then I give scripture references to support it. Then I go crazy after that.
Amen. I got this little saying under my head, so I speak in tongues on Sunday so I can speak to my neighbor on Monday.
Yes. How can you speak in
tongues? You cannot speak to your neighbor, that's right. Who are some of your preaching heroes? I know your grandfather has one of them.
Of course, my grandfather, Apostle James Silver, one of my heroes. Bishop Williams, I used to love to hear him preach every Sunday. Bishop C.L. Long, Bishop Huey Rogers, Bishop Noah Jones, he's one of my favorite. Bishop T.D. Jakes, of course. It's so many. So many.
Huey Rogers was always unique. He's a unique fellow, man.
Indeed.
Yeah, he's a unique fellow. I remember him coming to the church. I was playing the organ, of course. Being a Reformed Baptist, I was like, what is going on here? But he had a way of getting people to the altar. And, he was definitely very charismatic. But he's anointed, though. He's funny. I remember when the Happy song came out, he did a little video with the Happy hat. I was like, this is Huey Rogers and something else. In the 30 seconds we got left, I was going to deal with this question about gentrification, but I think you have answered the question by serving the community.
Yes.
Because Bible Way has already planted their roots and served the community. You are going to serve whoever comes.
Yes.
And I think that's just awesome of you. I want to also thank you for your support of independent artists in the city. Of course, I do a lot of work with independent artists, and what you have done to open up the doors, and your grandfather.
Yes.
I believe, I'm not sure, but I may have been the first person. I did a concert on Sunday morning in the pool.
Yes,
you remember that? I was the first one to do that.
Yes.
And I could not believe where I was. I was like, but Bible Way has been a mecca for artists past and present. And I want to thank you for continuing in that effort.
Definitely want to continue.
Absolutely, and thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You all, Bishop Ronald Demery, pastor of Bible Way Church, Universal. Amen.
For more information on how to become a guest on Real Talk with Philip Carter, or for general inquiries, please email us at realtalkwithphilipcarter@yahoo.com. Tune in next Monday for another edition of Real Talk with Philip Carter.